Hello, second grade reading group. We are on module 9, so we're on a new module. So you guys should actually be in. Let me double check and make sure I'm right on this. Yes, you guys should be on Teaching Pal or not Teaching Pal. My book 5. So we're on our last book, and we are on module 9, unit 1. So we're on a brand new topic for these next 2 weeks. We'll do we'll do week 1 and week 2. So let's get started. I'm gonna share this. So our new topic, last week we talked about, or the last 3 weeks we've talked about like plants and all of that and how they grow. Now we're talking about animal habitats, so where animals live. So our main topic is animal habitats, and that the animals have basic needs. There's a water ecosystem and a land ecosystem. So the basic needs are the animals need food. The food could be animal species or plant species, and they need shelter. And we kind of learned about this when we talked about all sorts of habitats in the beginning of the year in science. There is a water ecosystem, and that would be like the ocean, lakes, rivers, seas, and ponds. And then the land ecosystem, which mountains, forest, desert, prairie, rainforest, seashore. And we learned about the forest, we learned about the desert, about the rainforest, and those water habitats. So that is going to be our main focus for these next 2 weeks of our stories. And then this week we are starting a story called The Long, Long Journey. So that will be our main story for the week. And that story is an informational text. And again, we should know this by now, informational texts are nonfiction, and it's giving us facts about a topic. If you can see that this picture isn't a real picture, but it's still an informational text. It's still going to be nonfiction. As you read The Long, Long Journey, pay attention to order of events. So informational texts, they have chronological order, the main topic and details, and how pictures and words help you understand the text. Or remember, text also means story, so how pictures and words help you understand the story. Before you read, I want you to ask questions before, during, and after you read to help you get information or understand the text. Look for evidence in the text and pictures to answer your questions. So I'm going to show you guys our little anchor chart for ask and answer questions. So a lot of times when we read, we have lots of questions and we're wondering things. So when do you ask and answer questions? Well, before reading, during reading, and after reading. Just like when I have you answer those 3 questions after a story, that would be ask and answer questions after reading. Why do you ask and answer questions? Well, you want to get information to help you understand the text, to practice being awake and thinking while you're reading, because sometimes you might just drift off and you're still reading, but you're not thinking about the story. So when we ask and answer questions, it helps us stay awake and follow along really well in the story, and to be curious and wonder as you read. How do you do this? Well, you use question words to ask, like, who is doing this in the story? What is happening? Where is the story happening? Why are they doing this? When and how? And then after you ask those questions before, during, and after reading, you look around in the text or the story and you look at the pictures for evidence or details to help you answer it. So sometimes we have questions in stories and sometimes they get answered and sometimes they're not answered. So that's one of our main focuses, to ask and answer questions along with the text organization and how things are in chronological order. I was going to look at one more thing. And that is, I think that's all to get us started, is to focus on those ask and answer questions, and to do that before reading, during reading, and after reading. And again, our story is, let's look at our story again. I'll show you guys the title page. The Long, Long Journey by Sandra Markle. So this is our main focus this week. that is to get us started for the week. Thank you guys.